And we're live here in Nourish, Heal, and Thrive. I'm really excited. We have Devin here, and Devin has a really interesting story, and I just wanted everybody to hear it and get a chance to meet Devin and how cool he is. So, Devin, thank you for being here today.
My pleasure. Thank you. This is all fun. I love this.
Yeah, this is going to be great. Why don't we just start off by sharing with the group who you are and where you're from and what you do?
Okay. Well, my name is Devin Orrell. I live in Del City, Oklahoma, and well, I right now I'm not really doing anything except exercising and gardening. I had a stroke in 2023, and it's just a constant recovery with that. And so, and a brain bleed as well. And so it is every day is a new adventure for me. So it is. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I do. I work out every single day. I garden and raise two 20-year-olds as best as I can. So there we go.
Wow, that's cool. So tell us about the stroke, and you had it what, 2 years
I
ago, and
I had the stroke in July. Let's see, August, September of '08, and it just hit me.
oh, okay.
I got out of the shower, I was dressed, I was playing with my cat, and next thing you know, I couldn't move the right side. And then I was dizzy. I was able to talk. I called 911. They came and took me to the hospital, and then the stroke progressed more, and I was unconscious for 3 days. And um, then that's where the attack. I couldn't talk. I was aphasic, and it was I couldn't walk without a walker. It was a fun journey. I mean, then after that, a year later, I passed out and I had a brain bleed, and so uh, they got that stopped, and then it's always been fun. And then after the brain bleed, they I was having seizures. And so for about 6 months, no one knew that I was having seizures. I would just pass out, wake up, and go, what was going on? And so it's been fun. And so now I'm on anti seizure medicine on top. And so it's just as, uh, I'm blind in the right side of both eyes. Um, it is a trial, but I'm alive, and so make the best of it. And I garden all the time, and that's pretty much it. And so life is good.
Life sounds good now, but were you always gardening, or is that
Oh,
new?
no, I was always I enjoyed gardening. I really that's just one of the things I did. The only bad thing about having a stroke is I have to relearn all the things that I learned before. So it's brand new to me. And I was a physical therapist assistant before that, and then I became a horticulturist, and then the stroke. I was working for Oklahoma City in the gardening section, and then next thing you know, the stroke happened, and here I am now. So it's just a constant rebuilding of my life, and I'm having fun doing it.
Do the doctors have any idea why you had a stroke?
Nope, they call it a cryptogenic stroke, and that was has a really cool name, but they don't know why I had a stroke, which it was interesting. I was working out and losing weight, and it was just I was doing everything right. So to have this stroke just really blew me away. And but then the brain bleed afterwards, they don't know why that happened, but it was just one of those things to where I could either be really angry at the situation or look in a positive way. And I chose to be more positive and see what I can do. And, you know, no one wants to hang around a negative person. So there we go.
Right. And that's what really, I think, attracted me to your, your other interview was that how positive you are and how you seem to be enjoying life and enjoying your situation, even though some people might not enjoy it as much as you do.
Well, I gave myself 10 minutes in the hospital. I remember laying in the hospital with a stroke and I started to cry because I couldn't believe that this happened. But after that 10 minutes, I just wiped off the tears and just said, okay, no one wants to hang around a crying person all the time. And so there we go. So I stupidly got out of the bed into the wheelchair and gave myself a shower. And if you have a stroke, always call for the nursing to help you with the shower. I did it without any problems, but it was just one of those things that I had to get better. That was my goal, was to get better and stronger and be positive, because no one wants to hang around a negative person. And so
Yeah.
I know that there are people who need someone to talk to, that need help because of their situation. And if I can be just a friend to listen and give them a pat on the shoulder or something like that to let them know that they're not alone, that that is so much better than me being a crybaby and being angry that this happened to me. So I chose to look in the positive side. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy to do all the time, but I just choose to be more positive because I don't want to hang around myself if I'm negative. So there we go.
Yeah, there you go. So that's what do you do every day? You said you garden, you work out. What's your workouts like? What's your diet like? You know,
Oh, my diet is, I've pretty much gone plant based. And what's funny is that I was plant based like 50% of the time. I loved a good cheeseburger, but I don't do that anymore. So I do mostly plant based. I do boiled eggs and some cheeses, hard cheeses. I don't do Kraft singles or anything like that. I just do real cheese. And then, um, so my diet is pretty, I eat every 2 hours. Um, I drink way too much coffee, but Um, but yeah, that's pretty much my diet, is that I eat pretty much every 2 to 3 hours, eat some kind of fruit, vegetable, and just a vegan lifestyle. And I do that to try to keep my blood pressure down and everything like that. And then I work out pretty much an hour a day. I do Tai Chi, and then I lift weights or do aerobics. And then I walk 2 miles, 2.5 miles a day, and that takes me about
amazing.
an hour. So I work out 2, 3 hours a day, and then the rest of the time I'm either out in the garage or remodeling my house.
Amazing. Amazing. You're
It's
an
fun.
inspiration.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm just me. I'm just Devin. And unfortunately, the true side is that sometimes I can get distracted. I had ADHD before the stroke, and I still have it, but now it's because of the stroke, it's developed into something very different. And so learning to adapt with that different, what it looks like now is totally different before the stroke. Before the stroke, it was my superpower. I could do thousands of things before and seemed how to get it done. But now it is, I can fall into a hole really quick and get distracted. Like with the TV can suck the whole day off if I'm not careful. So I have timers all the time to tell me, okay, I've watched enough TV. Now what do I need to do? I go out in the yard, I work. And even if I go yard work, I can get lost in that and spend the whole day doing yard work. And so I have to have timers to help me get my day planned and not get lost.
Yeah, but I think a lot of us are kind of like that, right? Where maybe we get distracted in different ways.
Yeah.
Maybe we're supposed to be spending an hour doing some work on the computer or something, then we get distracted by social media
Mm-hmm. And
or something,
timers,
right? So,
yeah, I mean that is one of the things that is very dangerous, and that uh, before the stroke, I thought it was a superpower that I thought I could do everything. And now with the stroke, I really am. I hate my phone, but I have to live by it. I have to set my timer to do that, or I will get lost in a tunnel and just sit at the TV for all day, or I'll read a book all day, or all, and so it's different, and it's always something different going on, and I just have to
Yes.
adapt. My saying that I always said that my parents hate the saying, but it helped me and it made me laugh, was adapt or die. And I had to adapt or die. And I don't mean physical death, but I can get lost in the TV if I don't set timers. Or so it's interesting because every day is a new day, and I have to figure out how to beat it and how to succeed. And so it is it makes me laugh because sometimes I'll fail, and it's okay to fail. It's just, I have to know that, okay, I watched TV, I didn't get anything done. Okay, so I didn't set the timer. I thought I could do it, so I've got to set the timer today. And that's what gets me. And I give myself a lot of forgiveness, because if I don't, I'll beat myself up and then not get anything done. And that's probably the biggest lesson I learned having a stroke and having the brain bleed, is to forgive myself. That there's going to be days where I fail, but it's not really a fail. It was, something was done. It wasn't what I wanted, but that's for tomorrow. I'll try again. So it is always something different, and I like that.
Right. And I think that's very healthy that you allow yourself to forgive yourself if you don't get it done. It's okay. We'll get it done tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's back when, before the stroke, I was very hard on myself. I mean, if I didn't get this done, or and it would make me angry, where I didn't get this done or I didn't do this. And with that ADHD, there's, you can do 100,000 things. But now with it really is, there has to be a lot of forgiveness for myself and others. And that that's what makes me happy, is that I can forgive myself and I can forgive others. And having two boys, that forgiveness really comes in handy, because I'm not a perfect dad and they're not perfect children, but we have to forgive each other to move on.
Right. Wow. Maybe the stroke was telling you you weren't adapting, so
Could be.
here's a warning.
Yeah, and the one thing is that I don't regret having the cryptogenic stroke. It would be nice if they could pinpoint what it was. If they
Yeah.
would say, you eat too many hamburgers, or whatever. This was a cryptogenic stroke. And when the doctors, I remember this because it was the day before I lost consciousness. I asked them what caused it, and they said, we don't know why you had it. And that was kind of like going, well, that's not fun. If I want you to tell me I had too many hamburgers, or I ate too many French fries, or, whatever, so I don't do this again. And so now I just, I, the one good thing is that I don't live life scared. I can't. And I have to live smart, but I'm not going to be scared by it. I'm going to eat a French fry. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to exercise, but I'll have a banana, or, it's just, I can't live life scared because of a stroke or a brain bleed. For me, that's not the way I want to live. I want to live exciting and dangerous, and just live like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm curious about these skulls behind you.
Oh, I apologize. I have a computer with the camera, but I forgot how to use it. And so my kids, but the skulls, I like, okay, I'm Hispanic, and I was adopted. And so what's interesting is that my brother's part black, my sister's part black, and my mom did was when she adopted all of us, she tried to teach us our heritage of what. So my brother and sister knew about Kwanzaa and stuff, and my mom really took it upon herself to teach us our heritage. Well, since I just kind of looked like my mom and dad, it was kind of lost. And I always had this affinity for skeletons and stuff, not evil skeletons, but just the art form of it. And then I found out that they had something called Day of the Dead. And I studied that. And I love that idea of the history of it and all that. It was just beautiful. So I was at the mall and I saw them have this glass skulls, and I bought all these colors, and then I put Christmas lights in it so it lights up. And so I have so much artwork of Day of the Dead and skeletons and monsters, but not creepy ones, just fun ones. And I've always been drawn to that kind of artwork. I love it. And one of the reasons I like monsters so much is because they're fake, and it's usually humans that are the true monsters. This is just fake. I mean, it's just art. And I've always lived that way. And my mom and dad have always pushed me to go with what I love. And so my parents are, retired military, and they're very conservative. So it was very interesting for me to grow up and I draw skeletons or I paint skeletons. And my parents would just kind of laugh at it, but they encouraged me to find that artistic part of me and do it. And so I have all these sugar skulls and stuff, and I like it. And I'm redoing the house. And so when I get done, I'll give you a tour, because I have these little stencils to put skeletons all over the front room, but I also love superheroes. And so that's going to be another room of superheroes and stuff. And so I'm a big kid at heart. I mean, I'm in my 50s. Why not? And so I'm not, when it comes to decoration and just what makes me happy, I'm not conservative that. I like that. And I encourage my kids to find what they like and to be that as well.
I love it. I love it. It's amazing. Devin, is there anything that you didn't get to talk about that you'd like to share with everyone?
This is all new to me. I think this is great. I don't have a website. I don't have anything. And you guys are allowing me to have my brain percolate with all these wonderful things that you are doing, that everyone that I've met has opened up their hearts and minds to me. And I'm honored. And this is just what can be. I know I'm in my 50s, but this stuff wasn't around a few years ago. And it is interesting and wonderful to see how you're helping so many people with this. And, I usually would have a group that met at church to where we'd help men become men. There's so many things out there that tell how men should be, and men should do this and men should do that. And all you have to do is just be yourself and love yourself. And that's what I try to teach. But I never knew that there was an avenue to help people love themselves like you guys are doing. And I am very fortunate and blessed that each person I've met who leads has taken interest in me and helped me find something to do, and have given me an avenue of doing it. And I thank you so much for that. And what you guys do, I've watched your videos. They're amazing. And it is wonderful, the people that you're reaching. That's what I find wonderful, is that each one of you have a website that you reach people. And that is so important. Even though that we have so much technology, we're getting lonelier and lonelier every single day with all this technology. And I don't understand that. And I still meet people on the street and shake their hands and tell them hi and all this other stuff. but you guys are going to where if they just turn on their computer and they can find you, it's a welcoming home. And I love that. And it needs to be done. And I am thankful that I get to watch you guys. And I'm thankful that you allow me into your house to do this. I mean, it's wonderful. And I want to learn more from you guys. I mean, it's just amazing how you guys have found a niche. Each one of you are that you found your niche and you're reaching so many people. And I love that. I love that.
Well, we're blessed that you are with us and you're open to share and be vulnerable about your story and be honest with everybody and authentic. And it's so great. And
Well,
I'm
thank you.
so glad that you were here. And yeah, if you know, you're a good example because, anyone in my group is able to share and tell their story. And I'm so glad that you were to do this and you can show them that it doesn't have to be just somebody with a program that wants to, sell something or, get something off the ground or get new followers and some. I mean, that's great, because they have a lot to offer the people in the group, but it's nice to see everybody else in the group too and let them share their story and share their struggles. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, my pleasure. I am just I really am on cloud nine. This is just so cool, and I'm so honored and so proud of you for what you're doing. I've watched some of your videos, and it's amazing. This day and age, it's amazing. Oh, right.
Oh, we lost you. You still there? No, you're muted.
There we go. All right, there we go.
There you go.
I find it amazing how warm and loving everyone that I've met is. And I love that you have a helper's heart. That's that is the one thing that I've watched each one, all these people, and how you want to help others. And that makes my heart happy. And I want you to know that if there's anything I could do to help with your organization, please let me know. I believe in what all you do and everyone else that I've seen. It is amazing what you guys are doing. And you're using the technology for good. And that's wonderful.
Well, we appreciate that and thank you. And Devin is now a member of my Thrive tribe, so he is helping me. And so we want more people to join us. And if you want to join the Thrive tribe, comment interview in this post and we'll help you, share your story, share your struggles, and get you the support you need. So,
Excellent.
Devin, if people can want to contact you, can they do that? Is that okay?
They can. I'm on Facebook as Devin Orrell, and you can find me. I'm actually dressed as Beetlejuice on my profile picture. So if you find Beetlejuice with another guy dressed as a sugar skull, that's me. So you can come on and send a message, and I'll be more than happy to talk with you.
Awesome. He's really inspiring and great to talk to you. And he'll support you. And we're so glad that you joined us today. So thank you, Devin.
Oh, my
Thanks
pleasure.
thanks everybody for watching. And we'll see you at the next one.
All right. Thank you again.